He was Hollywood's quiet powerhouse, never flashy, never loud. But when James Garner finally broke his silence about Jack Elam, what he revealed stunned fans. Two Western legends, one unforgettable bond, and decades of mystery. Until now. What did Garner really think of the wild-eyed scene stealer? Why the silence all those years? The truth is more powerful and more emotional than anyone expected. This is the story Garner waited a lifetime to tell. Born James Scott Bumgarner on April 7, 1928, in Norman, Oklahoma, his childhood was marked by hardship. He lost his mother when he was just 5 years old, a loss that left a deep emotional scar. His father remarried, and Garner's relationship with his stepmother was strained and painful. Growing up during the Great Depression only made things harder. He dropped out of high school and drifted from job to job, modeling, working at gas stations, never quite knowing what direction life would take him. It wasn't until after serving in the Korean War, where he was wounded twice and awarded 2 Purple Hearts, that Garner found his way into acting. It wasn't a calculated move. A friend nudged him toward it, and before long, Garner's tall frame, easy charm, and natural charisma landed him in commercials, then TV roles. Hollywood didn't find James Garner, he stumbled into it. In 1957, he was cast as Brett Maverick, a wisecracking gambler who redefined the television cowboy. Unlike the grim, gun-slinging loners that dominated westerns, Maverick was clever, reluctant to fight, and always quick with a line. The show was a hit, and so was Garner. He had created a new kind of leading man, funny, flawed, and utterly human. Garner's success on television didn't stop him from conquering the big screen. In The Great Escape, he held his own alongside Steve McQueen. In the Americanization of Emily, he blended satire with drama. And with Murphy's Romance, he earned an Academy Award nomination for his role as a lovable small-town pharmacist. He wasn't flashy. He didn't dominate scenes. He simply made every one of them better. By 1974, he returned to TV in The Rockford Files, playing Jim Rockford, a private investigator unlike any the genre had seen. Rockford didn't live in a sleek office. He lived in a trailer by the beach. He didn't fight unless he had to, and he rarely got paid. Yet audiences loved him. The role won Garner an Emmy and redefined the detective series. But the success came at a cost. Garner insisted on doing most of his own stunts, driving, fight scenes, physical gags, and his body took a beating. He would undergo multiple knee surgeries and later in life would need full knee replacements. Still, he pushed through, never letting the pain show on screen. His off-screen life, though, was rooted in something rare in Hollywood: stability. In 1956, Garner met Lois Clark at a political rally. 2 weeks later, they were married. The union would last nearly 60 years. They were from different worlds. He, a working-class soldier from Oklahoma, she, a Los Angeles socialite, but they made it work. Even during a 2-year separation in the 1970s, Garner remained devoted. He often called Lois the love of his life. When he married Lois, he also embraced her daughter Kim as his own, raising her with warmth and patience. Later, he and Lois had a daughter together, Greta Gigi Garner, who would grow up to become a writer and producer. Garner was a constant presence in his daughters' lives, supportive, involved, and deeply proud of their paths. Despite his reputation as one of Hollywood's nicest guys, Garner wasn't afraid to stand his ground. He famously sued Warner Brothers over a contract dispute and won, a bold move that few actors dared to attempt. He was also quietly political, marching alongside Martin Luther King Jr. at the 1963 March on Washington. He never made a show of his beliefs, but he acted on them. One of the more enduring mysteries in Garner's life involved his longtime co-star and friend, Jack Elam. The two had starred together in comedic westerns like Support Your Local Sheriff and Support Your Local Gunfighter. Their chemistry was undeniable, but after Elam's death in 2003, Garner said nothing. For years, fans wondered why. Finally, shortly before his own passing, Garner broke the silence. "I didn't stay quiet because I didn't care," he said. "I stayed quiet because sometimes words just don't do a man like Jack justice." He spoke fondly of Elam's uniqueness, his crooked eye, his sly grin, his unexpected intelligence. "Jack had soul," Garner said. "He made every part matter, even the little ones. That's rare." He shared a story of Elam gently coaching a nervous young extra through a scene, not for credit, but because he cared. "He knew how to steal a scene," Garner said, "and how to give it back." The two men were different, but they respected each other deeply. "We were different breeds," Garner said, "but we rode for the same brand." Behind the charm and wit, Garner fought private battles with his health. In 1988, he underwent quintuple bypass surgery, a wake-up call brought on by years of smoking and stress. Even then, he struggled to quit cigarettes, a habit he had started at age 12. It would take him 17 more years to finally stop, and only at age 77 did he kick the addiction for good. His world grew quieter, more intimate, centered around the people who mattered most, his family. Then, on July 19, 2014, James Garner passed away at the age of 86. The cause was a heart attack brought on by coronary artery disease, a battle he had fought silently for years. His death wasn't just the loss of an actor, it was the end of an era. But Garner's legacy lives on. He wasn't just a star, he was a storyteller. He didn't rely on superpowers or sensationalism. He made ordinary men extraordinary. Garner had the rare ability to portray characters who felt real, flawed, funny, gentle, and strong in ways that didn't require violence or bravado. He was the guy who cracked a joke in the darkest moment, the one who stayed grounded when others let fame take over, the one who spoke up when it mattered most. He didn't just build a body of work, he built a reputation for kindness, for humility, for quiet strength. James Garner proved that you don't have to be loud to be powerful or flashy to be unforgettable. Sometimes, the most lasting impact comes from the man who simply showed up, did the work, and let his truth speak louder than words ever could. If you were moved by James Garner's incredible journey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more untold stories of Hollywood legends. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.